right, everyone. So, despite being a friendly match, Pepe's aggression just couldn't miss out. But despite that, Roma equalised against Porto with a 1-1 draw in their 5th friendly match. Now, before this, they won every single friendly match, but they were playing against Serie B, Serie C clubs and Hungarian clubs. This friendly match was the real friendly match because they were playing against Porto, who is starting their Portuguese league on the 8th of August, so in almost 2 weeks' time. So they were determined to win that match. But Mourinho's Roma didn't allow them to win. In fact, they went on a lead and then Porto equalised at the 89th minute. But despite the 1-1 draw, look at this. Casually, my grandfather bought a newspaper today, and look what it says. That thing means this Roma looks like is playing in a Champions League. And that is exactly what us Roma fans want. This club back in a Champions League spot. And last night's performance was absolutely a banger. But before we get into my analysis for Porto against Roma, which ended 1-1, all you have to do here is subscribe to this channel, like this video because it supports me so much. And also, we're coming closer to 1,000 subscribers. And at the same time, we're coming closer to 1 year of the Simon Show. So what I'm planning to do is to let some subscribers film a clip and send it, and we can film a video together of all the subscribers and say why they love the Simon Show. So if you're not camera shy and you want an opportunity to be in one of my videos, all you have to do is film a 20, 30, maximum 1 minute clip of why you love the Simon Show, your favorite bits, your favorite video, and your future prospects for this channel, and send it at info.thesimonshow@gmail.com. And at the start of September, maybe the end of August, I will start this incredible project because 1 bloody year has gone by. Let's get cracking and let's start with the lineups like we do in every analysis. So let's start with Porto, because you know, the other matches Roma played, they were playing against teams which I barely knew any players. But Porto was actually playing with a similar squad to the squad which actually threw Juventus out of the Champions League. And in fact, one of the few positions which Conceição changed was actually the goalkeeper, because Costa was playing in goal. In defence, Porto was playing with 4 defenders: Manafa, Pepe, the aggressive Pepe, Mbemba and Mario. In midfielder, we've got Otavio, which is well known, Sergio Oliveira, which sent Juventus out of the Champions League, Costa again, and the other Pepe, not the aggressive Pepe. And in attack, Conceição chose 2 strikers, not Marega, and he's the one who's actually missing, but he's not playing for Porto, you know. He's actually ended his contract at Porto, so he wasn't playing this match because he's not a Porto player anymore. And Porto was playing with Taremi, Iranian player, and Martinez in attack. Roma, on the other hand, was playing with a 4-4-2. And we're seeing this again. It's the 2nd consecutive match that Mourinho is not playing with a 4-2-3-1. And some doubts are actually coming in my mind. Maybe the 4-2-3-1 was actually better for clubs like Tottenham and Man United. And for Roma, Mourinho actually found a better way of putting his players on the pitch. We've got Rui Patricio in goal, Calafiori, Smalling, Mancini and Korstop in defence, Zaniolo, Darboe, Diawara, Mkhitaryan in midfielder, and Pellegrini and Dzeko in attack. 2 strikers, Pellegrini once again as a striker. That was good news because he's never played like a striker. And next to Dzeko, I feel like they can form an amazing duo, which would give good deja vus of Harry Kane and Heung-min Son to Jose Mourinho. Hopefully that's what will happen. But no, like, jokes aside, Rui Patricio, starting with Rui Patricio, incredible saves. This is his 2nd debut. In his first debut, he conceded 1 goal against the Hungarian club, and in this match he conceded 1 goal, but he saved Roma from a defeat. He did some incredible saves, and for a goalkeeper who's actually been a Roma player for like maximum 2 weeks, doing these incredible saves and performing these saves 2 weeks later is incredible because he saved Roma, and I'm telling you, with 2 incredible saves, because Roma otherwise would have lost, and it would have been the first loss, the first bad result in the Mourinho era. But with Rui Patricio, it's actually not, because this match ended 1-1. So thank you, Rui Patricio. You are already in our hearts. Then in defence, Now, obviously, we are seeing more key players in these matches because in the first matches, Mourinho was starting academy players. But this match, for example, Mourinho is starting more top players because the Serie A is coming closer. This 22nd of August, it's starting. So all eyes on that. So in defence, Roma was playing with Calafiori, Smalling, Mancini and Karstop. And oh my god, Mancini is good. Now the big question I actually ask myself is, why the hell didn't Roberto Mancini's Italian coach call him? Because he is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. He is everywhere, from the defender to the attacker. He actually bagged the goal for Roma with a header. Absolutely incredible. So more experienced players are playing in defence and less goals are being conceded. Now, Smalling once again, another key experienced players. He was the one with Mancini. He is the best duo. The best defenders are actually Smalling and Mancini. You can see it. You can literally see with your own eyes that they're the most experienced players. They collaborate together. They know each other. They have formed a bond. So when Mancini advances to attack, Smalling advances. When both of them return to defend, they defend well. Now, defense is the weak point for Roma, and it has been the weak point for the last 5 years, 3 years. So with Mourinho, and after seeing this match, the defense has improved a lot. Because this Roma is a perfect mix of balance and determination. Because the team progresses from the goalkeeper to the attacker. And when they need to defend, the attackers come back in defense as well. But Smalling and Mancini, absolutely experienced players. And I want to see more of them. More of this duo. Because this match, they played so well. Calafiori, once again, he is young. He's coming from many injuries. And he still needs to get that rhythm in his legs. But I am sure that, obviously, Vigna is almost a new Roma player. So Calafiori will not start. Well, definitely he won't start because Spinazzola is the first player. Now that he's injured, Roma bought Vigna. So I think Mourinho chose to buy Vigna to let him play. Because why would you buy Vigna if you have Calafiori? Because Mourinho understood that he's a fragile player. Calafiori always gets injured. And he still needs to get that rhythm. But his performance yesterday was not bad. Right, moving on to the midfielders. Now, this is where things get very, very interesting. Because Mourinho was playing with Zaniolo, Darboe, Diawara, and Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan tried some incredible dribbles yesterday and shot. This is important, very important, because you can see that every single player, from Calafiori to Dzeko and from Karsdorp to Darboe, is starting to shoot more. And that means confidence. Mkhitaryan dribbles, shoots, and that's what he's shown yesterday. Then obviously he was the one who got fouled from Pepe, and then the entire thing started where lower players started going head to head, which in my opinion is very, very extreme, especially in a friendly match. But Pepe is Pepe, one of the most aggressive and unfriendly players I've ever seen in my life. Mkhitaryan got fouled by him, and the entire squad got back and defended Mkhitaryan. That's another sign of confidence, because I can tell you that when someone got injured with Fonseca, there were probably 3, maybe 4 players going around him and protect him. Now, you can see it. And if you don't believe me, go watch the highlights. Every single player, even Rui Patricio, got next to Mkhitaryan and started defending him. And that's another key symbol of confidence and brotherhood. Right, then we've got Diawara and Darboe. These are 2 very young players. 2 players which Mourinho at the very start had 2 question marks on, because Veretout is obviously a key player, but he's injured right now, so he can't play. Then obviously we've got Cristante and maybe Xhaka. Diawara and Darboe are 2 players which I have never seen such a good improvement on. Diawara last season was someone who tried some tackles but wasn't convinced in his tackles. Tried to grab the ball but didn't end up grabbing the ball. Tried to launch the balls to Dzeko, but didn't really end up launching the balls to Dzeko. He tried to process the entire situation, but he didn't. And he wasn't capable of doing it, because his quality and his didn't permit it. With Mourinho, next to Darboe, he is another player. So let me give you an example of a printer. So before the printer actually prints the sheet of paper, with all of your details, and after the computer sends the file to the printer needs to process something. Diawara and Darboe during the match against Porto were exactly that. They were a mixture of processing. When the balls from Mancini and Smalling went to Diawara and Darboe, it's a thinking process. They go like, who should I pass to now? It's like Diawara and Darboe during that match was the brain of the squad. It's every single action, every single triangulation, every single counter-attack started, or at least did touch, either Diawara or either Darboe or either both's feet, because they were the brain of the match against yesterday, the brain of the squad. And if they play like this, I'm seriously worried for Mourinho's choices, because Xhaka is starting to complicate. So Mourinho and Roma are forced to buy another player if Xhaka doesn't come. Veretout is a key player. Diawara and Darboe, if they play like this, is absolutely incredible. Now obviously Darboe is young and he needs to improve, but he is very young, and let's remember that. And playing like this at the age of, he's like 18 or 19 or even 17, I can't really remember, is absolutely insane. And forming a bond with Diawara is very important for his entire career, because he will learn, because Diawara is older than him, he's more aggressive. And obviously Diawara, speaking about Diawara, he looks like the new De Rossi. He's more aggressive. He's the one who gives every single boost to Pellegrini and Dzeko. That's why they are so important for this squad. And seriously, I'm going to repeat this. It is such a difficult task for Mourinho to actually choose the central mids. And moving on to the right mid, we've got Nicolo Zaniolo, absolutely incredible. Now the match against yesterday, he wasn't very convincing, despite the fact he kicked the corner kick, which led to Mancini's goal, so he got an assist from a corner kick. But despite that, he tried many things, but they didn't really succeed. But let's remember, this guy comes from 2 broken ACLs, and he's back. And he wants to shine. He is a bowler. He is going to become Roma's new Francesco Totti if he doesn't leave this club. I am telling you. So all eyes on him, because Zaniolo being back for Roma means that this team grows and is 10 times better than whatever system Mourinho plays with. Because Zaniolo, his physical strength, his physical force, ladies and gentlemen, his legs are 80 kilos each leg. That's an exaggeration, but this guy is enormous. He dribbles, he assists, and it is an extra weapon which Mourinho can actually choose and Fonseca didn't have. Now moving on to the 2 attackers, Pellegrini and Dzeko, incredible duo. Dzeko scored 2 goals the last match. He tried to shoot many times today, so he's starting to build up his shooting, and Pellegrini is starting to build his assists. You know, these 2 players, Pellegrini and Dzeko, are the 2 captains, let's say of this team, and they are the players which can understand each other better, and the duo they can form is unbelievable. Now unfortunately, the potential of this duo is up here. However, sometimes the capacities of this duo is down here. They need to form a stair. They need to build a bond which is like a stair so that they play together. They need to pass. And another important thing about Dzeko is that he does not need to be very greedy. He does not always need to shoot. He can pass to Pellegrini and Pellegrini can pass back to him. Because during the match against Porto, Dzeko had many chances. And all of these chances wouldn't have been possible if Pellegrini and his players weren't there. Because Dzeko is not Messi. He's not one of those players which gets the ball, dribbles everyone and scores. He is someone who stops the ball, opens it wide to someone, goes in the box, cross, and he heads it in. Bullet header from Dzeko. That is Edin Dzeko. Now, these, ladies and gentlemen, are really convincing news, because the Serie A is starting in less than a month, and the performance Roma played yesterday was a Champions League level, even though it was a friendly match. These players are starting to feel like they're living in a brotherhood. They are building bonds together with themselves, with the staff, with Mourinho as well, and that is one of the most important things. Moving on to the substitutions, we've got Gonzalo Villar in and Darboe out. Villar didn't convince that much in that match. Carles Perez in and Mkhitaryan out. Mkhitaryan got subbed after he got that terrible foul from Pepe. Ibanez in and Calafiori out. So another thing we can see is no left back, and he can play a centre back as a left back, because Ibanez and Kambula can both play as right back and left back if Smalling and Mancini are occupying the centre back positions. El Shaarawy in and Nicolo Zaniolo out. El Shaarawy, once again, he's someone who's starting to shoot more, who is starting to always try to get that significant shot of the match, which never ends up going in. But if it does end up going in, he is a Puskas Award candidate. Kumbulla in and Pellegrini out. So at the end of the match, Mourinho wanted to defend himself despite the fact that Porto scored at the 89th minute. So he started to put all of the defenders in. He started to park the bus in the last minutes, which is something I don't really agree on, but I do agree it and I do comprehend it when it is the last minutes of a match. And another academy player in for Amadou Diawara out. Ladies and gentlemen, this was another analysis for the most significant, the most important match, which ended 1-1 yesterday in Roma's Portuguese tournée. They went to Faro in Portugal, played the match against Porto, who is actually starting the Portuguese leagues in less than 2 weeks, so they were determined to win that match. But Mourinho didn't let them win that match, because this club, this manager is building a squad, and only with a squad you can aim to win trophies, because if this squad starts to dismantle, then trophies will not come. But Mourinho is a very good guy when it comes to these things, building the squad, building the bonds, building a brotherhood. Sorry if I repeated this word so many times, but it is the word of the day. The word of the video is brotherhood, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below your impressions of this match. I am very curious to read them all and comment if possible. Also, let me remind you that we're coming closer to 1,000 subscribers and 1 year of the Simon Show, and I'm filming a project. So if you're not camera shy and want an opportunity to be on the Simon Show, all you have to do is film a 20-30 maximum 1 minute clip of you saying your favorite bits and why you love the Simon Show and your future prospects of this show. And ladies and gentlemen, send them at info.thesimonshow@gmail.com, and I will catch you in a bit with more transfer market updates. Simon out.